Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Dobbins Minute Football. The Indians traveled down Interstate 75 this past Friday night to take on a team, East Hamilton Hurricanes. We came out with a loss, 33-21. Coach, this is a fairly new school down there, isn't it?
5-year-old school. Played in the quarterfinals last year. One of the things that helped them grow so quick, of course, they branched off of Ooltewah High School.
Okay, which always had a very good athletic program in all sports.
If you were at Ooltewah and wanted to go to East Hamilton, then you were allowed to do that.
Okay.
So,
and the coach that was at East Hamilton, he was formerly at Ooltewah, is that correct?
He was working as an assistant coach. Coach Gatewood was the head coach at Ooltewah when we played them in 03 in the playoffs.
Okay.
Entered private business and got back in it as an assistant at Ooltewah. And he was the head track coach. And so left there and went to East Hamilton, done a fine job there. He's got about 5 prospects that we talked about a little bit last week. Trey Herndon is as physical a corner as I have seen in a long time. I mean, he'll just plant you coming off the football.
Runs kickoffs back pretty good, doesn't he?
Yeah, if you kick it to him, whether it's the plan or not, that's the second one he's returned this year. We kept him from blocking any extra points or field goals,
right?
Which he did to win the game against Signal Mountain. Bailey Lenore, young man whose dad played at Tennessee, and he's being recruited all over. The big tight end, heck of a blocker. We had heard he had turned an ankle, but man, he was full tilt. And then, of course, Austin Gatewood, Coach Gatewood's son, the quarterback Hunter Moore, has signed with or committed to Central Arkansas, and Cordell Sands, another young man that's being recruited. So they got a field full of talented young men. They played very hard, a very physical football team.
I was going to say that they had a little bit of size on us too, didn't
wow. They got more 6'4" guys than I've seen, and I can't tell. I mean, you know, it's unbelievable. 6'4", 6'5", 6'7", and I think I had it figured out, just barely short of a ton of an offensive line.
Something I did not realize was that was the first regular season defeat to a Dobbins Minute football team in 34 games.
Yeah, you know, I really haven't paid any attention to that either. It's it tastes of defeat doesn't taste too good. It tastes kind of like about 5-day-old roadkill groundhog, or what I've heard it tastes like.
Yeah.
But you know, I couldn't be prouder of how our young men fought.
Oh yeah, I mean, we were in the ball game until, you know, right up till the end.
It was 21-21.
Right.
You know, and our defense 3-and-outs them, and
they scored, and we blocked the extra points. So you know, we've still got a chance to be in it.
But we still had a shot. But we turned the ball over 4 times.
And that's one of the things you talked about in the pregame. I know you wanted to win special teams and limit mistakes, and we, like I said, we kicked to Ty Herndon one time. He broke it for about 95 yards, and then we had 4 interceptions, which doesn't bode well. You know, I was going to talk about this a little later, but if you look at the stats, we look good. We doubled them.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, whenever you turn the ball over, they get short fields, and
we rushed for 265. We had a total of 330.
339, I believe.
339.
Yeah. Only gave up 163. So those numbers are good. Just sometimes that doesn't count what's on the scoreboard.
Eliminate some mistakes and go back to work. You know, I'm going to suggest that we go ahead and start the renovation of the stadium because and we're going to put a Waffle House in it, because when the Braves put a Waffle House in theirs, they went on a 13-game winning streak.
That's 13 games is all we need there in J. Fred.
So.
All right, let's kick it off right here. The Indians won the toss.
Another outstanding kickoff return. Kaysen Berg. Watch Tyler Norris drop back, knockdown block. Man, Tyler had 6 knockdown blocks on the night. Thought he played very hard.
Kaysen gets the ball and just goes straight up the field, doesn't juke. He just like to see that in a young man.
Start the game off, very first offensive play with a 9-yard run by Zach Casey. Jason Ring, nice block. Taylor Hilton, got to get those pads over a little bit. Austin Hayworth, what a challenge he had. Everybody they lined up on him weighed 320 or more. And, he had a good night. Was actually what we picked as our offensive lineman of the week. We take it down. We've got a 3rd down and 12. Josh Holt drops back to pass. Flushes out of the pocket. Sees a running lane. And, Josh can make some guys miss.
Yeah.
And he, against anybody else, that's a touchdown. But he takes it down there close. And this is first series of the game.
Just like we did with Farragut. Came out.
And Farragut came back this week and beat Oak Ridge.
Wow.
So, that's a big win for them. We're going to run a little option over here. Paul Gadsden and Taylor Hilton get a little push. Defensive end takes the dive, and Josh runs that thing in for a touchdown. We take the very first, of course, we let them return the thing. Well, I tell you what happened. We're trying to squib the ball and hit one of their guys and had a chance to recover the thing. But Trey Trammell, our linebacker, is going to rake his football loose. Takes on the block, rakes it loose. Michael White on the recovery. Thinking, we're in good shape. One of the things that plagued us all night was our first down production. We're going to signal it a little bit before the officials do there. We probably knew before they did.
Yeah.
Our first down production just wasn't great.
We're in a 3rd and 4 right here.
We had 43% positive plays. This is a great catch by Caleb Cook. Nice throw. There's that corner breaking up. We didn't get a good outside release on him. He gets to peek back in there. We end up only gaining 2 on first down, and we don't pick it. We get throw an interception on 3rd and 12. So they ran that thing back to about the 44 and got a penalty on top of it. Zach Casey, Michael White, Coach McMillan got us a good call there and got them up through the middle.
2nd and 10 right here.
2nd and 10, and nice play. I believe this is on a toss sweep. Yeah.
Sure is.
Toss sweep, and Caleb Cook coming up in the safety position. Palmer Begley helping out there. Get them down, and they beat us on a pass route and scored. Our next possession, an 11-play drive. We great ball here from Skylar East to DJ Jones. Nice protection. Lay it up. DJ goes up and gets it. And after that, they switched Herndon over to his side.
I got you.
So, made it a little bit more difficult. Take it down. We got a 3rd down and 5. Down here in the red zone. Get a nice little push. Elijah Dunn breaks one outside. Zach Casey wanted to keep running his feet a little bit more right there. That was not a fumble. Ball was already down. And we go into the second quarter. We have it 4th and 1 at the 4-yard line. Now freeze that a second, if you will. If you look, we're in an unbalanced formation. We've got 3 to the right. We also have a wide receiver to the right. We got 2 to the left. Okay, the official on this side throws a flag for only having 2 to the left. But it's okay as long as we have 4 to the right of the center.
Okay.
And so we took a timeout. The guy on the other side should have made that call. And all I asked him to do, I said, ask your inside official for help. And he said, Coach, we do everything by the book. He wouldn't have counted that. I said, well, doesn't the book teach you how to count to 4? And, of course, that didn't make a real good friend right off the bat.
I was going to say win friends and influence
So
people.
here we go. We're 4th and 1, and we're going to sneak this thing in. We get a great push. Josh keeps his feet moving. Touchdown, 14-7, and we don't get the thing. Then we miss a field goal. So a missed opportunity, but you got to be good enough to overcome those. They take it on their only drive of the night. Colt Ketron flying up the field. Michael White helping out a little bit, getting a tackle for a loss. That was on the 18-yard line. They get it down 3rd down and 1. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure who made this stop. Probably somebody's mama will call me and tell me. But this was a 3rd and 1 stop.
Back in my days, I called that a tribe of Indians.
Yeah, it's probably a pretty good way to put it. 4th down and 1, they pick up. They're down here on the goal line. And they're going to try and sneak one out here to Bailey Lenore in the flat. Fabulous break by Josh Holt. Golly, we got that thing right in our hands. It's 99 yards the other way if we make a play, and we don't. Offensively, we throw another interception. And they're back on 0. This is a great defensive stand.
Yeah, it's like I said, here they are. They're starting on the 30, looks like 32, 33-yard line.
Colt Ketron with a sack. 2nd down and 18. This is going to be another nice play by Trey Trammell from his linebacker position. Coming up, nice hit.
Yeah.
Nice hit.
Saw Trey putting down some groceries at the Golden Corral this morning.
They end up punting, and we're backed up on the 9-yard line. I'll be doggone if we just don't go 91 yards in 6 plays and score. Zach Casey on 1st down for 15. Here we go. Zach's moved over the other side. Taylor Helton, Jason Ring, Austin Hayworth again.
1st down, pick up
15.
Yeah.
This is going to be Josh Holt for 22. Nice little fake. Good pull block, not great. Tyler Norris, right tackle, gets turned up. Get a little bit of push right here. Tyler turns up, finds that linebacker. Josh makes one miss. Take on. Dodge them cars, man.
Yeah.
Bumper cars.
Take a licking and keep on ticking.
We got it 1st down, and their safeties are flying up so fast. We're going to try and keep them at home here. We try and go over top. And they cover the thing. Josh does a great job of scrambling. Gets us another 1st down. And then we're back here on the 35-yard line. Tyler Norris, Jason Ring. Good little kick-out block by Blake Rogers. And Zach Casey
turns on the afterburner.
Takes it to the end zone. Watch Herndon still trying to strip that football. And the very next play, we kick it to Herndon. We don't mean to kick it to Herndon. Mr. Herndon, I guess I'd say. We mean to kick it to a cheerleader somewhere over there on the side, and he returns that sucker 99 yards. They kick off to us. They had a personal foul on it. And Sam Stewart, a good little kickoff return. Now, we just got 1 minute and 54 seconds left in the half. Our 2-minute offense doesn't get much done there, and we go in at halftime at down 21-14.
Like I said, just turning the ball over in the short fields gave them good field position. Josh Holt did have 17 carries for the night, 155 yards. Zach Casey 12 carries for 79 yards. So we
moved the football. We just had some negative plays. We had some turnovers, and you can't do that against a really good football team, and they are a really good football team.
I'd like to mention the folks that bring you this Dobyns-Bennett football. Brian Hayworth and the Hayworth Tires folks on West Stone Drive. They also have stores in Johnson City and Elizabethton. Our good friend Dr. Pat Riggins with Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport. Pat is with us on the sidelines every Friday night, and he's just an invaluable person. My good buddy Bobby Dingus at BB&T KDC Insurance, and if you need to insure your business or your life, talk to Bobby or call any of the good folks at BB&T. And then we have a new group this year, this week, the people from Higher Ground Baptist Church, and that's an old friend of yours, Reverend Phil Hoskins.
Brother Phil may pass that plate one more time to get that, and we appreciate him a great deal. Phil and I graduated together from Dobyns-Bennett. Still not exactly sure how either one of us got out, but appreciate all the good folks at Higher Ground Baptist and all of our sponsors.
We do thank you for that. Coach, what happened for the past week? Last week during the JV games. You want to tell us a little bit about that and the freshman game?
Well, JV game was won with Science Hill, a 22-21 victory.
Ooh, that sounds like a dandy.
It was. We got two-point conversions and ended up getting the thing won 22-21. And then the freshman game against Science Hill on Thursday was a 26-12 win.
Wow.
A lot of exciting, yeah, and we've got 3 freshmen up on the varsity.
Right.
1 starting,
Right.
Jacob Roller, our nose man. You'll hear more from him here in a little bit. So, good win for our freshmen. Good win for our JV.
And
JV travels to Morristown West on Monday,
All right.
and our freshmen play a Greenville 9-10 team.
Okay.
And that's what you got to do to get games. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, if you have to play a 9-10 team, you play a 9-10 team.
Well, some of the smaller schools they don't have as big a classes as what we do. So, if you get a chance, come out and support the JV and the freshmen. They work hard just like the boys on the varsity do. So, got an opportunity this past weekend to see a couple of young men that you're very familiar with down in wearing the big orange now. Malik Foreman and Devon Swafford.
Actually, there were 3 dressed out.
Did Thomas get any?
Thomas Edwards dressed out.
Great.
Malik had an interception late in the game. Cody had a fumble recovery. I believe they ruled it down.
Right.
And then Devon got in early at nickelback. Was also on some special teams. He did tell us today that he did catch the wrath of Coach Jones over one special team play. And he said it's kind of like Coach Watson. He said, I said, what'd he say? He said, I didn't understand all of it. So that was awful special to see those guys on the field. Special enough for me to pay to get the pay-per-view.
I understand. Well, have we got any other kids out playing?
Ty Hayworth at Wake Forest.
Right, okay. Wake Forest played on Thursday night, played Elon.
Ty did not get to play. He's got a sprained MCL.
Okay.
Jacob Wiseman at Maryville. Trevor Gillum at College of Charleston, West Virginia. Brent Leeper at Chattanooga.
Okay.
Maurice Cannon, San Francisco City Community College. Gosh, I hate this because I never can think of through all of them just on the spur of the moment. I know I'm leaving one out. Doggone it. Or maybe somebody will call and sponsor the show and give us the name.
All right. As we said, East Hamilton's a fairly new school, and my understanding was whenever they built this school, they did not put in any funds for stadiums, ball fields, track, and that kind of thing. And most of the work that has been done by the booster groups.
Booster group, Coach Gatewood's done fundraising. The athletic director's done fundraising. And I was told they played all their baseball games on the road last year.
Okay.
And he ended up having an excellent baseball team. I was told that they're now trying to raise money for a baseball field.
Okay.
And it's kind of neat sometimes when you go on the road, you get to see some old Indians. Craig Carter was down there.
Down in Chattanooga.
Saw him pregame. His son kicked for them last year.
Okay.
And is now kicking at Tennessee State. And Gunnar Durham was there with his 2.
Great.
So got to visit them for just a minute before the game.
All right. Let's go ahead and run the second half right here, Coach. As I said, it's is it 14-14? Is that
21-14 at halftime.
21-14 on them. Okay. All right.
Start the second half off.
They get the kickoff.
They get the kickoff.
And we kicked it out of bounds. Went out of bounds.
It was about 6 inches short of being a great kick. Jeremiah Sokol, good job stringing that thing out and making a play. Jeremiah Senior playing for the first time, getting better every week. Going to continue to improve. Freshman Jacob Roller here on a first down and 10 to go.
Jacob's the nose man, right?
He's the nose man.
Right
He's going to get a tackle
there.
for a loss. Man, he was probably outweighed by 150 pounds.
Well, he's got 63 on those. So
Good number.
That's a good number.
I don't give that to just anybody.
I understand.
They punt us down to the -16. No gain on first down. We get a Good gain here from Josh Holt on a little power read. Nice block turning up Taylor Hilton. And then we get a late hit. And moves it up another 15. Unfortunately, we got an unsportsmanlike of our own. That didn't help the drive, but we got the football back on the 38-yard line. We got a first down. And here we are again on power read. Here goes Josh Holt turning up. You know, and their secondary is just so aggressive. And we got a man to block that guy and just don't get up and find him. First down and 10. Break out an old favorite here. You may recognize it, may not. Come out of the huddle and we've... folks at home, you're just going to have to figure it out yourself. You see big old number 78 split out there. And Paul Gadsden, old tackle eligible, and he got run down about like I did over Elizabeth. And it's just 9 more of them caught me. He's got it second down and 2 on the 7-yard line. It's a nice run by Blake Rogers at the fullback position. And, you know, we were running out of running backs. Of course, Blake ended up having to come out later himself. Little base right there.
Good job.
He takes the thing in. That's a sophomore, Blake Rogers.
Right.
And he ended up not playing the last quarter. Back on defense, we've got momentum. 21-21, Landon Sayers with the extra point. And our defense 3 and outs them. Really thought this is when we, ought to be fixing to take over. Josh Holt coming up. Josh Holt, 8 tackles, pass breakup, 155 yards. Quite a night. Second down and 9. This is and I don't know if you can see all of it. This is a outstanding pass breakup by Trey Trammell, who's the linebacker on the top side.
Okay, there he is.
There he goes. Back. There's the curl route. He breaks the thing out. So excited to have Trey back on the field after he had to sit out last year.
Talked to him for a little while this morning after he had eaten about 3/4 of the breakfast bar at Corral. And he's just a fine young man.
He is. This is a hurry by Colt Kettering. Creates an incompletion, and we go back on offense. Unfortunately, we derail with a false start. And back on defense, we 3 and out him again. And once again, this is Trey Trammell from his linebacker position, stepping up with a big hit. They punt on 4th and 8. And start at the -22. We really had a hard time flipping field position.
Right, getting a good starting spot.
Here's a nice read here by Josh Holt. Good block outside by Jason Ring. We get us an 18-yard run. His helmet comes off. Have to take him out. Unfortunately, this was derailed by a pass interception.
Right.
And then they scored. We turned it over to them again. We faked a punt. Felt like we had it. Didn't get a critical block or 2. Eddie Swerko tackle for loss. Eddie had 5 tackles, a tackle for loss, 2 hurries. Outstanding game for our senior Eddie Swerko. Try and get the officials to figure out how to say that before the game. Great hustle here by Trey Trammell from the backside. We make it bounce. We miss a tackle, and Trey Trammell coming from the backside. And then we block the field goal attempt. And we didn't get it. But they got another pick, ran it in, weren't successful in our 2-minute offense. And, I thought overall, our defense played awfully hard.
Right.
We gave up, Coach McMillan today, I don't want to hear this about y'all playing good. We had a chance to stop them on the 2. We had a chance to stop them on the 29, but I thought they played extremely hard. And
sometimes when you get put in those positions, it's just, it's going to be a break sometime.
And offensively, we're so very young.
Yeah.
And that's not an excuse. We're going to get better. We ran the ball well. We threw for about 70 yards. which is not what we like to throw for more.
Right.
We just got to do a better job route running, hitting the thing on time. A couple of things were scrambles. One should have been a throwaway. And it's all part of the learning process.
And we're going to take into this week, started Big 7 conference play. We have Volunteer coming to J. Fred Johnson. Are they still big like they always were down there?
Well, they're not as big as they were last year. They still got some big kids. But, last year they were huge. They lined up in that old power eye when they came to the stadium, and they
put that big
tried to shorten the game.
Put that big 300-pounder back there running the ball sometimes. So,
and two of them blocking.
Right.
They had two 300-pounders back there blocking.
So,
and we'll probably see some of that.
They've started off the season, had two tough losses. They're 0-2 coming in, so they're going to want to get, they're going to want to start their conference play well too.
Casey Price, a very good runner for them, started for them last year. They may have the fastest young man in the conference, and Malik Carpenter.
Yes.
I'm almost positive he won the regional 100-meter dash last year. They'll man you up and they'll put folks in the box, and they load them up in there, man, and make it tough. And so we've got to get ourselves ready to play, and our football team knows that they got to continue to improve, and they got to continue to fight every week, and that we got to be consistent. Obviously, we don't have as many big play threats.
Right.
We got a couple of guys that can take it pretty good, and we just got to get them some better opportunities and get them loose.
The ball game will start again 7:30 at J. Fred Johnson. We would again like to mention the folks that bring you Dobyns Bennett football. Higher Ground Baptist Church, new with us. Hayworth Tires, Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport, and BB&T KDC Insurance. So make sure you thank those people if you see them out in the community, and for bringing Dobyns Bennett football. We're on every morning, every evening, so any chance you get, we appreciate you watching. Coach, let's go ahead and get started on the Big 7 this week, because that's one of our goals every year, starting out with a conference victory. So, last word.
You play great out of conference people to prepare you for Big 7 play. And East Hamilton's an example of that.
Very good.
Volunteer Falcons coming in, and I think it's time to roll Tribe.
Roll Tribe. See you next week on Dobyns Bennett football.